I want to give a little tutorial. This is maybe part of the environmental series. I think it should be. But it's actually also, you know, just a household how-to kind of a thing. What I'm going to show you is how to make or grow your own sprouts. And the reason I would put this into my environmental video series is because a lot of people go to the store and buy sprouts or baby lettuce greens or, you know, what have you, that could easily be grown at home, and it's usually packaged in some kind of big, you know, clunky plastic container thing, and really you can cut that right out by undertaking little projects like this, which are fun. Okay, so what I'm going to show you is how to grow sprouts. You can, what I have here is a set of nested sprout beds that you grow the sprouts on. They nest like that. Got a lid that covers them up, and so we're gonna grow. You can grow all kinds of sprouts with one of these sets. A set like this you can buy, you know, off the internet, or if you got a dealer around where you live. Here where I live in Lethbridge, there's a place called In Case Of. It's run by the Mormons for the apocalypse kind of a thing, and they sell these, and they're about, I think they're less than 20 bucks to buy a set, and it'll last you, you know, forever. You can grow sprouts in there, so you never have to buy another thing of sprouts in one of those bulky container plasticky things. You're also going to need a bag of seeds, unless, you know, you go out in the field. You can collect your own alfalfa seeds. I bought this bag. This bag was $17.75, and it's got enough alfalfa seeds in here. It's lasted me already about half a year, and some periods I was growing, you know, these every day, and I've used not even half the bag in half a year. But okay, so I'll show you how to do this. What you're gonna want to do is, there's one of these beds. It's not a bed. It just retains water, and that's this one. You could put sprouts on the bottom of it too, but I'm not going to. That one's just gonna catch the water. And then have another, add one of the beds on top of this, and this bed actually has little holes. You can see it there along the outer edge, those little holes to let the water drop down through. So put that in there, and then I gotta open up my sprout bag here. Okay, open up my sprout bag, and basically what I want is just 1 spoon of sprout seeds, about like that, right? Okay, so that I'm gonna sprinkle that's pretty good in itself. That's a pretty good bunch of sprout seeds right there. So it didn't even take that whole spoonful to kind of get those sprout seeds, those alfalfa seeds set up in there. And then some people will go ahead and put seeds in each one just to start off with. Myself, I like to put new seeds in each one as I go, because it takes about 4 to 5 days to grow these sprouts, right? And you have 4 of these nested sprout beds. So I'll put sprout seeds in the first bottom one here, and then I'm going to put the water, and you put 2 cups of water. Alright, so put 1 cup like that, and then get another cup of water here. Second cup of water. That water is just going to drip down through the beds, and it's going to get, you can see it dripping down through. It's going to get all of those seeds moist, and then the water is going to collect in the bottom bin. Tomorrow I'm going to come in, I'm going to put seeds into this top bin, this top bed, and then switch it onto the bottom. Switch it onto the bottom, and then I'm going to dump the water from that very bottom bin. But I'll show you that when we come to that tomorrow. But eventually, when we get to day 4 or so, day 4 or 5, the good sprouts, the ready sprouts, are going to be on the top. So when we open it up, we'll be able to take and eat those sprouts already. And then we'll refill that top, clean out and refill that top bin, move it to the bottom again. So every day, once we get about 4 or 5 days in, every day we're gonna have a nice bunch of sprouts to eat. And this is a real easy. You don't need soil, you don't need anything else except for just this. It doesn't need sunlight. In fact, it's best if it doesn't even have sunlight. So I'll put it, you know, somewhere. Probably not gonna leave it on the stove, but I'm gonna put it kind of out of the sunlight on the counter. Just leave it, and I'll show you what we do with it tomorrow. But it's a good little project for like kids. It just, you know, teaches them how to grow things, and I think for adults, because a lot of adults for the most part have lost touch with you know, doing these kind of things. They just want to go to the store and buy it real easy, and in fact they're just creating a lot of waste in this world. So so yeah, we'll check back in tomorrow. I'll show you step 2. Alright, we're on Alfalfa Sprouts Day 2, and let's see how they did. Alright, so there's the seeds, and I can just see here and there a little bit of sprout coming out. Let's see if I can point that out with a pen, for instance. Right there. It's a little sprout coming out. So by tomorrow we'll see a whole bunch of growth in here, but for today it's just barely anything. And so what we need to do is take the water from before, dump that out, wash out the tray, take the top bin, put it on the bottom, get another spoonful of sprout seeds, sprinkle those into the tray. Should be good. Now load the rest of these back up with this one on top of that new one, and these last two, and then you pour your 2 cups of water again. It's 1 cup. Two cups. That water's going to trickle through. Moistening the seeds again from yesterday and moistening the new seeds on the bottom today. So tomorrow we will see significant growth in that first tray that we put seeds in, and we just keep adding to it every day until we get a nice full tray of sprouts. Should be in about 3 days, I think we'll have a nice full tray of sprouts. Okay, so we're on the morning of day 3, and of course it hasn't been quite 3 full days because I started this late in the afternoon on the first day, but I wanted to get myself into a morning watering schedule. So let's check out where things are at here. Again, let's take off the lid. First 2 don't have anything in them yet. This was the first tray. You can see now all the seeds are starting to get the little white shoots coming out of them, and it won't take long at all for those to grow out. I'd say probably a couple of days here and we'll have a full tray of sprouts. And then this was the tray that I did yesterday, and in there I just see a couple little sprouts coming out, but pretty much the same as these were yesterday. Okay, so dump the water, same as before. Dump the water from the bottom tray, give it a quick rinse out. Alright, so we want one of the top trays to be the bottom tray now. Gotta get another spoonful of alfalfa seeds and sprinkle them around on the new bottom tray. Alright, put those other trays on top of it. That empty one on top. 2 cups of water. 1. 2. Cap it off. Water's flowing, and so once again we'll just wait for the magic to happen. Come back and check it tomorrow. Alright, we are on the 4th morning of working with the alfalfa sprouts, so check it out how things are coming along this morning. This is our first seed bed, and they're growing, but they still got another couple of days, I figure. And our second one, they're all sprouting out, and then the one from yesterday. So we've got to dump the water. Put down our new bed. Grab another spoonful of alfalfa seed. Sprinkle it on the new bed. plenty actually. Sprinkle it on the new bed and then stack them up, reverse order again. That was yesterday's, the day before yesterday's, and the first day's. So now all we'll have to do is water them until this top bed is ready to eat. That's all we'll have to do each morning. But we'll check on the progress on them. 2 cups of water. Cap it off, and we'll check on it tomorrow. Alright, we are now on morning of day 5, checking out how the alfalfa sprouts are doing. And you can see top drawer here, they're getting there, but they're gonna need another day at least, maybe even a little bit more. And next drawer down, coming along, everything's sprouting. And next drawer down, just coming out. And then these ones that we did yesterday, just getting some barely popping out of the seeds now. So today is very easy. We just empty the water. That out. We'll put everything back in there and add new water. Cover back up, and everything's getting watered. We just leave it again for another day. Alright, so we are on day morning 5 or 6, something like that. Anyway, I actually had to travel north today, so I didn't have time to water the sprouts this morning, and I'm not going to be back tomorrow morning, so I had to bring the sprouts with me. Well, I could have left them with, my wife to take care of, but I wouldn't have been able to videotape it then. So I brought them with me so we can continue this. Anyway, you will see today it's looking much more like regular, there we go. Now we're looking much more like we got regular nice alfalfa sprouts in here. Got some green going on and all of that stuff. It's a weird kind of yellow light in here. This is the, I'm at the Coast Plaza Hotel and Conference Center in Calgary. But yeah, this is pretty much, this tray is pretty much ready to eat. I'll probably eat it tomorrow. But it could have I could have filled this tray more with more seeds, and would have ended up having a much thicker bunch of sprouts in here. You can see the other sprouts that we began. They're doing pretty good too for the second day. Third day sprouts are still mostly sprouting seeds, and fourth day sprouts are kind of like third day sprouts. And then we got our water, so we need to dump this water and clean this out and re-water for today. So what I'm going to do here, clean that out. Stack that just the way it was. Go. And couple of cups of water here. 1 cup. I don't know exactly how much is going to be a cup, but basically we just want to get water in these guys. I can put a little bit more. That's probably going to be good. Don't want it to overflow the bottom there. Drip down. Yeah, tomorrow we'll definitely have tomorrow morning I'll definitely munch on these sprouts on the top. And unfortunately I didn't bring any new alfalfa seeds with me, because right away after I munch them, normally then I would fill that tray again and continue on. Alright, it is the morning of, I think it's day 7, and still in the hotel, Coast Plaza, but yeah, we have sprouts ready to eat. Yum. So this could be my breakfast. So I'm just going to take this tray off of here. To eat that breakfast this morning, and then I don't have my seeds with me, so I gotta replace it. This one, the day 2 stuff is almost ready too. When I get home this evening, then I'm gonna replace the seeds in the tray that I'm eating off of, and just keep revolving them. Probably if you had 6 trays, 5 or 6 trays, then you could have a tray to eat every day. Some water in here. And yeah, so that's basically what it takes to grow sprouts. Doesn't always have to be alfalfa sprouts. They sell, you can get bags of seeds for all different kinds of plants to sprout. Or like I was saying, day 1, I believe you can just pick your own seeds if you want from plants outside. Clover, some forms of clover make real good seeds, sweet clover and those kind of things. And yeah, once you get through the first 6 days or whatever, we started late in day 1. We started almost in the evening of day 1. Once you get through that first 6 days or whatever, you just got a constant supply of sprouts free, so you don't have to be paying the grocery store, and they're nice and fresh, and really cheap. A bag of sprout seeds, less than 20 bucks, is going to give you months and months of sprouts. Okay, so that's my how-to on getting yourself a little at-home sprout garden.